Patrick Pointyhat and the Troll. Once upon a time, there were two elf villages nestled in a valley and divided by a deep and dangerous river. The villages were joined by a bridge at the narrowest point of the river, but very few elves had ever dared to cross, as there was an evil troll who lived underneath. Any time an elf would try to cross, the troll would emerge and demand payment of some sort. Most of the elves were poor and had no money nor valuable possessions. They couldn't afford to pay the troll, who would then threaten to feast upon their bones. There was a young elf named Patrick Pointyhat who lived in the village on the eastern side of the river. He often went down to the riverbank to swim or gather berries. One day, while he was picking wild strawberries, he spied a beautiful elf maiden washing clothes on the other side of the river. Patrick Pointyhat had never seen such a beautiful elf in his entire life. He waved to her, and she shyly waved back. This continued for many days until Patrick grew tired of just waving. He wanted to speak with her, so he made up his mind that he was going to cross the bridge no matter what the price was. Patrick Pointyhat went home to think of a plan about how to get past the troll. He thought and thought all night long, and then in the morning he went down to the riverbank and filled a bag with large brown stones. That day, Patrick Pointyhat went to the bridge with his bag of stones. When he stepped onto the bridge, the troll emerged and spoke in a low, raspy voice. "Halt there, ye elf, and stand right where you are. There's a toll that needs payin' if you want to go far. Some treasure, some gold, or some bright, shiny jewels. If ye have not these things, ye are king of all fools. For I likes me the taste of sweet elven meat, and I long for a change from rats' tails and toads' feet." Patrick Pointyhat held up his bag of stones and answered the troll in a similar manner. "I am but a poor elf. No riches do I own, so I offer you these potatoes instead of my bones. I thought you might like a change in your diet, and a potato is nice. I beg you to try it." The troll considered this offer for a minute, and then decided food would be a welcome change to the normal fare of what he could catch under the bridge. He took Patrick Pointyhat's bag of potatoes, which were really only stones, and disappeared under the bridge. Patrick Pointyhat was so happy to have crossed the bridge that he ran down the riverbank to the place where he had seen the beautiful elf washing clothes. She couldn't believe her eyes and ran over to meet him. She told him her name was Hannah, and they talked for hours. Hannah invited Patrick up to her house for dinner where they could talk some more. After eating, Patrick Pointyhat decided he must get home before it grew dark, but how was he going to cross the bridge again? "Surely," Patrick said to Hannah, "the troll will never accept another bag of stones." Together, the two elves thought up a plan. Patrick and Hannah went back to the riverbank and gathered more stones. They brought the stones to Hannah's house, where they put them into a baking dish, and Hannah covered them in a pie crust and baked it in the oven. Patrick Pointyhat took the stone pie to the bridge, and the evil troll emerged once more. "Aha, 'tis ye that offered me food. I must say those potatoes were not very good. I boiled them for hours in a big black pot, but be soft and floury they certainly were not. I ate the whole lot, spud skins and all, and from my mouth broken teeth did fall." And as the troll spoke, he made a grin, and Patrick could see that he was not telling lies about his broken teeth. Patrick held up the stone pie and spoke to the troll. "You have my apologies for the state of those spuds. I did not realize they were nothing but duds. I offer you now a hot apple tart to request from this village I may depart." The troll's eyes widened at the sight of the pie. He quickly snatched it out of Patrick Pointyhat's hands and disappeared once more under the bridge. That night, Patrick Pointyhat had to think up another way he could trick the troll and cross the bridge once more. He went to the riverbank to gather stones for a third time. This time he picked stones that were oval-shaped. Patrick took the oval stones home and painted them to look like eggs, because everyone knows that there isn't a troll alive who can resist fresh eggs. Patrick Pointyhat took his bag of stone eggs to the bridge. He heard a strange rumbling noise as the troll slowly made his way to the path. The troll was clutching his swollen belly. With his broken-toothed mouth, he spoke. "My teeth are all broken and my belly is sore. More food items from you I cannot endure. A treasure or coin you must now donate, or your sweet-smelling flesh will fill tonight's plate." Patrick Pointyhat held up his basket of stone eggs, and the troll's mouth opened wide as he licked his lips with his snake-like tongue. He grabbed the basket from Patrick and poured the stone eggs down his throat in one gulp. The stones fell on top of the other stones he had previously eaten. The troll's belly was so full and heavy from the stones he had lost his balance and fell off the bridge into the river below. The troll tried to swim to shore, but his stomach was so heavy with stones he had eaten, he sank to the bottom and was never heard from again. Patrick Pointyhat ran across the bridge to tell Hannah the news of the troll. Soon the news had spread through the 2 villages, and the elves were so grateful to their hero to be able to cross the bridge freely. They held a huge party in his honor, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.